he sort of talked about how he believed there was a lot of hedge funds trying to short companies out of existence in order to like just profit massively off of the short yeah shorting on the way down, and then if the company went bankrupt, that the short positions expired and they never had to buy the shares back. Right. How real do you
Correct. And
think that
there's
is?
tax implications on that. I think that's the small view window.
Okay.
Right? Small view window is, hey, there's these hedge funds and they're shorting companies into bankruptcy. That's not how it works. The companies have to make terrible decisions to go bankrupt, right? So to borrow money, to take the handout. And so that's when you see over leveraged companies. And those companies have executives on the board of directors from multiple companies that were, bankrupt by private equity, borrowed money. The first lien holders to get paid are your first lien holders, right? It's the people at the top who actually let you loan the money. The GUCs, the unsecured lender, the creditors, they don't ever get their paid off. They never get paid off. They're like class 6, class 8, class 9, but class 1's the one who gets paid off. So they don't have a problem with giving money to companies that are going to go bankrupt. They have assets they can carve out, and they do. They carve out their inventory, they carve out the assets. It's called the retail apocalypse. Go ahead and Google that one, and you'll see 264 companies that have gone bankrupt in the last, 7 years, 8 years. So it's all the same thing. It's rinse and repeat. But for people that are looking at it from the outside in, they're thinking about the bet on it, right? They're going short sellers. They're making a bet. Do you know why they're making the bet? Because it's a for sure thing. There's private equity out here giving you the playbook. The Milken Institute holds these conferences for distressed credit investing. And once you see distressed credit investing and how they do it, it blows your mind. You should study Mullen Automotive, Aaron Pizer, and Michael Wachs, how they went in there and gave them $20 million. And essentially, these guys if you put in, I'll give you this example, it's a ridiculous amount. If you put in $1 million into Mullen Automotive 2 years ago, it's worth 26 cents today. Something to that effect.
Holy shit.
Mullen Automotive is the biggest crime in your world, in your whole life. But Drexel Burnham Lambert alum, Tyron Pizer, who's been arrested for insider trading securities fraud, he's the second largest shareholder. Like, he worked next to Mike Milken at the desk in the 80s. So I knew what was happening there in David Mitri and the lies that they put out, because I saw YouTube channels and Twitter accounts and Reddit accounts pushing it. Once I see that, I'm like, oh no, they're not real people. I'm a real person, Josh. I got to go to work. You know that. We talked about this.
Yeah.
And you're a real person. So there's real people out here doing interaction. Then there's fake ones that won't even put their name on it, won't put their face on the screen, and they're behind the walls. And they go, you should buy more calls and puts. You should do. Don't give me ideas on what. Tell me what's the business and how do you support it? So I can show you product around me all damn day and how I hedge it, right? But the guys who are making these calls and gambling this money, they're the ones who are depleting the wealth from retail investors, without a doubt. If you want to see short sellers and them making profits and not, they only do it because they know who's on the board of directors and what's about to happen. That's the truth. And it's been shown 100 times over. You can go shorter right now. Go watch Connect the Dots and then look at every company I name. And then if you would have shorted them, you'd be a millionaire already.
Did you short them?
No, I refuse to play their game. I'm not playing their game.
I respect that.
I'm not here to make money that way. I mean, there's dirty money in this world, and I don't need it. I don't need any of it. I just want to inform people. I don't sell merch. I don't sell courses or classes. Connect the Dots is completely free. I just have a platform that I use, and I just promote the things that I feel people should know, and it's my life. That's what I have. That's what the channel is, and that's why it resonates with so many people. So I'm appreciative of the space that we created on the internet. My whole crew.
I mean, as you said earlier, we built the internet. I mean, yeah. Hopefully,
it makes you think. It makes you wonder, huh? Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of times when I'm interviewing people, and it becomes very, very, very obvious very quickly to me at this point. Whenever I talk to someone, it's like, hey, who's for real and who knows what they're talking about, and who is just an absolute bullshit merchant.
Absolutely.
Like, there was one guy who is an economist, right? His name is Paul Mason. I interviewed him. I read his book. It's called How to Stop Fascism. I was a bit bemused by the title, but I was interested because he was named as like quote unquote Jeremy Corbyn's favorite economist. I don't know if you know who Jeremy Corbyn is. He was the head of the Labour Party in the United Kingdom, and the guy who I thought could be a good prime minister, primarily because he's not in the club, and it's very obvious he's not in the club by the way that the club reacted to him. So that's why I was a fan. So yeah, I thought I'd read this guy's book, and I don't know. I didn't like the book. I didn't think there was that much actual real information in it. And I spoke to him, and it didn't feel like I was talking to a real person. And it turned out he was an intelligence agency plant, basically.
There you go.
Yes, like
well, it happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time in my chat, my Discord. I ask the world. I ask you guys right now, whoever's watching the show, why me? Why do you guys feel the need to come into the chat and infiltrate this chat and try to get investors, not to believe the truth? And I'm a little small corner of the internet. Like, how does this happen? And, I did an interview last month with Mark Faber. Mark Faber, who is the author of the Boom and Doom and Gloom website. He's a former Drexel Burnham Lambert alum, over 50 years in investing. He taught me something so much in the interview because he knew so much about markets. But you know what he said? He goes, Morantz, you want to know who's real and who's not? He said, you'll see what they do when the market goes down. That's when you'll find out if someone's real or not. And I didn't understand. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, look it. Do you sell your cars? Do you sell your house? Or do you sell your gold and your silver? He said, most people will go sell their gold and silver, and they'll go sell their assets before they ever sell their shoes, their shirt, and so that they can keep up with appearances. He goes, those are individuals who don't understand value and wealth. Look for it. There's signs out there. And I really saw the signs. Every time I talk to someone and they try to tell me about what they have or what they got or what they're getting or why they need money. Oh, I need this money because I got to make this payment. I got to buy this. I got to buy that. I have this coming up. I have the, and I'm just looking at them like, what are you doing? I'm building wealth for my children for when I'm long gone. I don't need to enjoy it. I don't need to go on vacation. I've traveled the world when I was in the military. There's a lot of things I've done in life. I don't need to do any of this. I just need to be here, make sure that these videos are on the internet forever and people can get educated by them, my folks included, my kids include, everyone. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for making it right the way to the end of the podcast. I love that you tuned in this long. Do me a favor, hit subscribe because 80% of you bastards are not subscribing, but you're watching my videos. See you next time.